Will Christian McCaffrey join the 1,000 club?
Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share some cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Rumble.com and wherever else. And guys, we gotta talk about a former Carolina Panther that had a horrible accident. Definitely gotta talk about that, man. We also gotta talk about a current Carolina Panther that wants a new contract and hopes to stay in Carolina, and a guy we know and love might reach a very exclusive club not many reach. So we got a lot to talk about today, guys. So let's get started. So I gotta start this video off with some sad news, man. A former Carolina Panther D tackle, Kendrick Norton, who was on the practice squad for the Panthers, also a practice squad for the Miami Dolphins, got into a serious accident recently. It was so bad he had to get his arm amputated. And you know, obviously seeing Ron Rivera and Trey Turner, you know, send prayers out to him, and obviously shout out to Kendrick Norton, you know, for obviously taking it in stride, because from all accounts I'm hearing, he's doing pretty well. He's in stable condition, and you know, he's taking it in stride, I guess. But it's a very sad thing to, you know, talk about. A very sad thing to hear. You know, obviously this was his dream to play in the NFL, and it, you know, likely what they're saying is his career is going to be cut short because of this amputation of his arm. And it's a very sad thing to hear. Obviously, you know, obviously the Panther family is pretty upset about it, whatever. And it's you know, we take kind of stuff for granted. I mean, obviously we see them as football players, but we don't really think about, you know, how difficult their lives may be, and things might, you know, how crazy things can happen or things can change. You know, obviously we enjoy what they do, obviously, by playing football, but, you know, these are still people, they are still human beings, and life comes at you pretty fast. Obviously we've seen Jason Pierre-Paul and the firecrackers and all that stuff, and how he blew off, you know, a portion of his finger. Now we see Kendrick Norton getting in a car accident and lose an arm, and obviously, you know, Ryan Shazier and him getting injured while playing the game. You know, things could always take a turn for the worse, whether that's inside of football or outside of football. You know, obviously Cam Newton has been in car accidents also, and luckily he's been, you know, fine and healthy, you know, when those happen. But like I said, he could have easily took a turn for the worse. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very, like I said, a very sad thing to hear about, man. Shout out to Kendrick Norton, man. Hopefully everything, you know, is well with him, man, and hopefully he can find a new dream, man. Something that he can, you know, maybe he can be, you know, still part of the NFL in another capacity or something. But you know, it's a really sad thing to hear, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he went to the University of Miami. He was in, you know, Miami, so it wasn't like he was, you know, in unfamiliar area, unfamiliar territory. But it's just sad, man. You know, things could really change, and I know he, you know, was trying to fight for a roster spot on the Miami Dolphins, and to hear his career got cut short is a crazy thing to happen, man. But shout out to Kendrick Norton, man, and hopefully, you know, he finds you know, another passion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he already knows about it or doesn't, and he can find a way to, you know, move on from this whole situation, because I know he's probably still devastated. Even though, you know, people take it in stride and people make it seem like they're you know, okay, I'm pretty sure he's pretty devastated about the whole situation, and hopefully he can find, you know what I'm saying, a new motivation to keep on going. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, just this whole incident can make him be more motivated towards something else. But very sad thing, man, and shout out to Kendrick Norton, man. Hopefully you can, you know, piece together your life, you know what I'm saying, and be better and bigger and better than what you are now. In other news, Shaq Thompson wants a contract. Obviously, he's in his contract year, and he hopes he stays with Carolina, and I hope he does too. Like, Shaq Thompson is not what I thought he would be. I was rooting for the Carolina Panthers to select Shaq Thompson in the draft, and we did. You know what I'm saying? With the first pick, I was really happy about it, and I like Shaq Thompson, but he's not Thomas Davis. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people thought. Well, that's what the Carolina Panthers thought. Now, most people thought he was a tweener and he wouldn't be that great, but the Carolina Panthers believed in him, and they thought he'll be maybe like a Thomas Davis type player, especially learning from Thomas Davis, hybrid player who used to be a safety, a running back, you know what I'm saying, and now he's a linebacker. They thought he could be, you know what I'm saying, what Thomas Davis was. He hasn't turned out to that. I mean, now mind you, he is still a good player, but I definitely think we should pay him. It'll be kind of too much to have that kind of turnover. We lost Thomas Davis, and then we lose Shaq Thompson. Luke Kuechly be the only linebacker that we, one of the starting linebackers that we still have. I don't think that would be a good idea. Obviously, you don't grow players, mold players and all that stuff to give them to another team. That's not what you want. So obviously we see that with AJ Klein when he went to the Saints, and he was pretty good for the Saints. You know what I'm saying? And terrorizing us for a little bit. So I hope we retain Shaq Thompson, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not a bust like some other first-round picks that I will not name right now. But I think Shaq Thompson's a good player. I think he should get a contract. I wonder if they're working it out. Plus, we saved the money from Devin Funchess. Yeah, we gave out a bunch of money to, during this whole free agency. But we did, save some money, and a lot of guys on one-year deals. So hopefully we can, get him on the contract, fix that, finish that off. And, have at least 2 linebackers for years to come. Obviously, Luke Kuechly and Shaq Thompson. Obviously, we got Brian Burns, but he's more of a hybrid O-line, DN type player. And he can't really do what Shaq Thompson does. Now, mind you, obviously, do I expect to see more from Shaq Thompson? Definitely. And is it, do players usually play harder when they get their money? Usually not. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully Shaq, is in, this is a contract year. Hopefully he balls out, he plays well, and he gets his money, man. Because I like Shaq Thompson. But, he needs to step it up. I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't been what we expect him to be as a first-round pick. And finally, everybody has this question, and we need an answer, man. Will Christian McCaffrey join the 1,000 Club? And if you don't know what that is, that's 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season. You can't, have and I don't really count the 1,500 rushing yards and the 800, receiving yards. That doesn't count. That's 2,000 all-purpose scrimmage yards, but I don't really count that. I need 1,000 receiving or better, or 1,000 rushing or better. That's why I count 1,000 yards. And the only 2 people to do that was Roger Craig and Marshall Faulk. Very exclusive company, Hall of Fame company, to be honest with you. And my answer is yes, he will join that club. Now, mind you, the reason why I believe this is because, one, the Carolina Panthers have a much better, much improved O-line. Now, mind you, he already had 1,000 rushing yards last season. Even though it was barely 1,000, it was like 1,098. He did have 1,000 yards rushing last season. And he definitely could get 1,000 yards receiving this season, too. Because better O-line, we have a better receiving core, in my opinion. DJ Moore is going to be, prone to a breakout. Curtis Samuel, I think he's going to break out too. He's very young. He's looking, from minicamp, he's looking very good. And we're getting Greg Olsen back, which I think is a great addition from his injuries. Obviously, Curtis Samuel, Christian McCaffrey goes out wide. He goes in the slot, so it's going to be a lot more open, especially with DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel. Especially with Curtis Samuel being on the field, because I think he can be a vertical threat for us. So it'll give Christian McCaffrey time to work underneath and get vertical. So I definitely think he can get 1,000 receiving yards. And the rushing yards he's definitely going to get more of because, like I said, better O-line. He's going to have bigger holes. He's going to have Greg Olsen pulling, creating creases and stuff like that. And that will just help him get more rushing yards. Now, mind you, he did average, I think, close to 5 yards a carry. So it's kind of hard to get better than that. But in general, I think he will reach the 1,000 club, and that will submit him as, I think, a Hall of Famer. I mean, now mind you, I can't say that. It won't submit him because it's only his 3rd year. And if he getting a catastrophic injury or something like that, hopefully not, knock on wood, that will probably change. But I think Christian McCaffrey's going to be a Hall of Famer. Especially from what I've seen from his first 2 years, barring any craziness, any injuries or whatever, that type of situation. But I think he's going to be in a very elusive company with Marshall Faulk and Roger Craig, and we're just lucky to have him in our backfield instead of anybody else. Now, mind you, there are some good running backs out there, but I'll take Christian over most of them, just being honest. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Rumble.com and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. Please, everybody, show some, love for Kendrick Norton. I know he's going through a whole lot, and I think he would love to see some Carolina Panther fans show him some love and show him some appreciation. So definitely put that in the comment section below, man. Also, put in the comment section, man, do you think Christian McCaffrey will join the 1,000 club, which is 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards in the same season? Let me know in the comment section below. And definitely check out the Patreon page, the Spreadshirt account. Those links in the description below. Share all cool things. Share to all the Panther fans. Football fans. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know LCameraTV is rocking Panther Nation. Panther Nation rocking LCameraTV. Check out my dog Renan Steen's page. His video is gonna be at the very end of mine's, in the end screen. We do a podcast, very funny stuff, very creative, very interesting, man. I already see the trickle effect going from here to there. So definitely keep that trickle effect going. Like I said, y'all want to see your boy El Camera in a different light, definitely check those podcasts out. And guys, I got something big to tell y'all, man. I've been working on this for a little while, but I have an affiliate program going on with the NFL, you know what I'm saying, shop. And you can get all your Carolina Panther gear, all your NFL gear here. The link is going to be in the description below, so definitely check that out, man. Y'all already know I'm copping some Carolina Panther gear, you know what I'm saying. I'm thinking about getting me a Luke Kuechly jersey, maybe a Christian McCaffrey jersey. Y'all already know what it is, man. So if y'all want to buy some any Carolina Panther stuff or NFL stuff in general, definitely check out the affiliate link in the description. And, you know what I'm saying, cop some gear. Y'all already know what it is, man. And thank y'all for always tuning in, always showing love, man. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.